how you do it.
We're here at Carolina Exotic Cars, and the reason that we're here, we got a video that we're super excited about making. And the reason is we have 16 units, 16 apartments that we're closing on this upcoming Friday. Today's Monday. The apartments cost $1.85 million, which requires us to put down in this economic environment just about $500,000. So we got all the money, we're preparing for closing, and we thought it would be fun and good content to come and film some exotic cars and show what we could get for that money. So we're putting down, just shy of $250 each, and you could get a good amount of car for that.
A lot of bang for your buck with that.
So we're here. They got Porsches, they got Raris, they got Lambos, they got Maybachs, Rolls, everything you can imagine is in here. We're gonna go in and film as much as we can and demonstrate to you what you could get for that amount of money. And look, I never flexed a day in my life, I'll be honest. And we're not starting anytime soon. I mean, literally, we're using every penny that we're making to put into these real estate deals. But I'm telling you, man, walking through here, you see some of these cars, kind of makes you reconsider for a split second. '22 brand new G63 AMG, 88 miles. This is like literally like as new as you can get, basically. 217K. We got to put down, I think, a minimum of 230. We haven't gotten the final HUD yet, doesn't matter. Basically, we can just walk in here and be like, hey man, here's a check for this thing, walk out with it today, paid in full, we're not haggling at all, and still have some change left over. That's the thing that blows my mind, because you don't really, you don't picture this. Like, this is like, literally, that's what they have the worth on this thing at. I mean, this thing is hard as, look at this thing. I didn't realize how tall, I mean, this thing is giant.
Yeah.
I'm 6'1", look at that.
So you could see Davis's eyes like lighting up when he's looking at this car.
I love this car, man.
So the biggest thing you got to understand is you got to have discipline in this game. I mean, if you want to be able to acquire properties, build wealth. I sound like a YouTuber right now, but you got to be able to figure out what your goals are first, and then once you get to that point in life where you could say, hey, I got some extra cash sitting on the side, then you go, buy yourself one of these and treat yourself right. But at this moment, we're both in our 20s, and we have our priorities aligned, and we know what we need to do to be able to take it to the next level. And as of right now, that's buying properties and not buying.
Yeah. So the thought process is, and this dealership doesn't make it any easier, because now I'm like, man, that thing kind of cool, But the thought process is you buy the real estate, which kicks you cash back. This is not going to pay you. Yeah. It's going to be cool, man. It might pay you in other ways.
What do you mean by that?
People are gonna look at you, think you're cool, you might give more female attention, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna pay you. The real estate pays you every month. So eventually you make that money back, and then when you have enough of that passive income coming in every month, you can buy something dumb like the
goodies.
This G-Wagon.
All right, so I bought this property probably 2 years ago. It was a complete hole when I bought it. The rents were like $425 a side. It's a duplex, and I paid $200,000 for it. Right there. I repainted the whole place, put gravel. Looks like the new ownership hasn't maintained the landscaping or whatnot. Put new windows in there and redid the entire inside. And recently, 2 months ago or a month ago, I sold that and made just over $200,000 on that property. That was one of the 2 properties I sold to be able to afford buying these 16 units that we just went and signed the papers off on. So that was one, I want to say 205,000 to be exact. I made off that property, and now we are going to the next property that I sold last week, actually no, 6/30 is when it closed, and that was the second property I sold to be able to have the funds to be able to buy the 16 units we just purchased. I bought this one for $200,000 as well. And sold it to actually the same buyer I sold the other property to for $275,000. Pretty much did the same thing, gutted it, painted it, new roof. Look how pretty that thing is, man. New roof, new kitchen, new countertops, new everything. New windows. Look, even a new mailbox. Huh. $202,000, $316,000 on that. In total, about 400K, 250 goes towards the down payment, and then another 150 goes towards remodeling. Of course, Davis and I split everything half-half, so he's going to bring his fair share to the renovations, just like he did with the down payment, and we tackle it together.
Shh, I'll give you the secret on how to make your first $1 million. You gotta be able to chug like the big bosses.
Bruh.
Oh my God. In order to take down these apartments, we needed to get just about $250,000 each to service the down payment. Basically, I started getting creative and thinking, what can I do to make the money? Last year, I bought a portfolio of 5 homes, and this is actually behind me, the first home that I ever flipped in my whole life. It was the only house that was vacant, that didn't have any tenants in it, so I could start on it quick. I bought this house for 140 grand, and I sold it for 287. We probably had to put 50K in the house, but I made a good chunk of change. I think I made like 75 grand on this house. Made that money, flipped the house, whatever, got done with it. It's now an Airbnb, which is, there's literally a person in here right now. From stacking that change up and up, this was the house that gave me the money to do the apartments. We actually just closed on this house a week ago. Bought it for 140, sold it for 280, took the money, wired it to do the apartment closing. And you were there for that closing with it.
Unlike Davis, I hate the camera. Makes me nervous. Dude, I don't even remember where his office is. I feel like someone special. All right, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Mic check, mic check. Pretty sure this is it. All righty. Are we the last closing of the day?
You are.
That's perfect.
You know, the film will be much better if you have her in it.
Good to see you. Well, what's up?
This is a waste of paper for you to sign.
So all that was the bank documents, making sure that they're going to get their money. And then this is really the only thing.
Make any difference.
Exactly. This is the important part. Whew. Here goes another one, Gary. Soholux Realty, the name of my company, brokerage company.
So, it'll put you in 2 minutes.
We're done?
Nice job. Congratulations.
All right.
Hope it works out.
I hope it does too. Well, Gary, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Another one in the books. Thank you for handling this for us, and
Go.
I'm sure we'll be here back pretty soon. You gonna let me pay you now? All right, Gary, thank you very much.
My pleasure, sir.
Good seeing you as always. That is so loud. All right, so basically we are all done now. In about 20-30 minutes, the property will be recorded and we will officially own these apartments. Basically, all we did is go in, sign about 150 documents. 95% of them were saying to the bank that if we don't pay them back, they'll come back and take everything we own, and our shirts, our shoes, our whatever you name it, that's tied to our name. But yeah, we'll have ownership of these apartments in about 30 minutes, and that's when the fun begins and the work actually starts. I don't pay back the bank. They could come and take every little thing that I own. And then one document is what I need to sign from the attorneys. It's kind of stupid, but.
What unit is this?
This is unit B. This is B.
6125B? Cabinets. What else do we need? Appliances. I know what we need. Hold on, wait. We don't need appliances yet. We need flooring.
Yeah, we got.
We need flooring. We have flooring?
No. I would get flooring at usually flooring, but.
Flooring, cabinets, appliances. Everyone's always like, oh my God, it's glamorous. You got to raise a bunch of money, take down these apartments, you know, put the money down and buy them. But then no one realizes like all of the work that comes after the fact before you really see any money. If you're doing these, you know, class C and B deals like we are, class C, they're not B, they're C. But you can see the property behind us. So just to give you an idea, this is one of 4 quads that we bought all on the same street. So Zach, if you want to look around, we didn't, that's not ours. They're sporadically placed, but you can see it's kind of a uniform street of these quads, okay? I wish we owned every single one of them. Unfortunately, they're not the same, it was not the same seller, okay? But now you can see, look, do you see that dumpster? You see that black dumpster? That's the first step, because when you go in, the apartments are gonna be trashed. You gotta get the dumpster and get people to demo it, meaning take out all the stuff that's in there, rip out the floor and rip out the cabinets. You're gonna be replacing all of it, unless you're repurposing some stuff, which we actually happen to be on these apartments because the cabinets aren't bad. Now this is another thing. This is what they don't tell you about. The million different things you gotta do. Dude, look at this grass. Look at this grass. See this? If you don't cut this grass, the city will actually give you a notice and eventually fine you. We gotta do that. I just realized this. Because think about it, the old ownership, or actually, it's not the tenant's responsibility, it would be the old owner. But now that he's no longer here, it's our responsibility now, so we gotta do that. So, but you can see, if you look at the property, I mean, dude, look at the gutters, man. There's weeds growing out of the gutters. I could tell you right now, this roof is old. We're gonna have to redo this roof. Like, dude, it's a lot, man. It's not, people think it's real glamorous, but you're really paying the price again and again you're gonna make out well, but it takes a while. You know, it's so cool, we could have bought a Lamborghini, but we're buying these apartments. But like, what they don't realize is like, once you buy it, it's not over. That's when it starts. Like, that's when the work actually starts. You know?
You wanna go check out one of the vacant?
Let's go check out one of the vacant ones, yeah. You'll see what I mean. The outside needs a lot. This roof's gonna have to be replaced, dude. This is, I guess one thing I'll point out is like, some things you gotta kind of have a vision on. Like, I mean, like, this is cool, man. The exposed brick fireplace, this is a real fireplace right there. Like, some people would get kind of spooked about that because it's like, oh man, what if something happens? That's why you have insurance, but dude, I mean, that's kind of a cool touch. When this place is done, it's gonna look great. But right now, I mean, like, you could tell, man, look, we're saving the flooring that's here. We still gotta paint everything. This carpet's gotta come up for sure. I mean, man, like, paint these white or gray on the inside. They'll look great. But again, it takes time, man. Every single unit that you see, I mean, we're paying out, I think we agreed to like $6,500 or $7,000. That's just in labor though, per unit. It's the importance of like, you gotta get a deal, meaning get a property for a reasonable price per door, because you know you're gonna be putting into it. Dude, like, materials aren't cheap either. It's a lot. I mean, these are gonna be 15 a door, easily, 15K a door. Add that on to what we got them for. That's what we're at stabilized. You have to have some meat on the bone. So if let's just say we had to sell it, we need to know that we're gonna make money on that and not just break even. So.